He's forgetting, then what hope do we have for everybody else? Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. Hi. How are you? Welcome back. Are you happy New Year? Now, Happy New Year. Yeah, that's good. Mine was short. Yes. But you know, when you're in a household full of people, that's right. You get sick and then somebody else gets sick. Yeah. This is my friend of mine, Marcia. This is Christina. Nice to meet you. Marcia and I, we've been walking Monday. We started out with yoga years ago, and then we kind of evolved during COVID to walking every Monday. Cool. Yeah. We were told it was going to be pouring rain this morning, so I said, no, I don't know what is going on. Yeah, I know. So do you live here?
Yep, I live in Allen. Well, no, not in
Okay, not in Viamonte.
I live in Allen.
Oh, cool. So you're super close.
Yeah.
It was okay to bring a guest.
Absolutely.
If
No, I love it.
a chair away
Yes.
from someone else.
No. Even if you were taking a chair for somebody else, I'd give you another one. I'm not worried about it. Good. Oh, this will be great.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm gonna move some of this. Actually, we're doing lower body. We won't need to. You're still like, Mary, you're good. Stay. She's like, what? What is this?
I don't know.
It's like the spring or something.
Yeah, no, I don't know what it's
This
for.
one is
Oh,
like,
I know. Oh, that's all. Somebody wrecked it.
it's broken. I'm not gonna use that one. So, do we need blocks? That's a really good question. Yes.
Alive and well.
do. Thank you. All right, testing. Woo. So you're gonna, basically we're opening the foot knuckles, okay? So this is something our feet don't usually do, right? This helps open, so our feet are like this all the time because they're in shoes. We want them like this. Because now your toes can move individually, right? So if I'm walking and my toes, yes, that is exactly where I'm going. Thank you, Sally. If my feet are stuck like this, I don't have as much stability. I don't have balance. If my toes are open, I have more stability, more balance, right? And our shoes are doing this to us. Testing. This is number 1. Okay. So now we're gonna put the ball under our big toe. I work on my feet a lot, so my other toes are able to hit the ground. Don't worry if yours don't do that. I spend a lot of time on my feet. So now my big toe's aimed up and my other toes are kind of hanging out. So this should feel like a really good stretch on your arch. Linda, that's perfect. If you want a little bit more, lift your heel. Wow, do you guys feel that? Yeah. This is so good. Your hair is so cute. Did you get it cut?
I cut my own hair.
Well, it looks really good. Apparently, it's been cut recently since I've seen you last. Oh, but I've been gone for like a month. All right, so this should be a really good stretch for that arch. If you have 2 balls, you're gonna switch balls and switch feet. If you only have 1 ball, you're just gonna switch feet. Again, start with that heel. We're gonna roll that heel. Has anybody here had plantar fasciitis? It's not fun. Really? Only 1 person? Wow. Okay, good. Well, not good, but. I'm sorry that you've had plantar fasciitis. But I'm glad that there are people who have experienced it. They can tell everybody else you don't want plantar fasciitis. It's terrible. So you want to kind of roll the inside, the outside, right in that middle. And then you're going to go right in front of it. For me, it's like going over a cliff. It's like, woo! And there, wow. Right? You feel all of that. We're just trying to open. So fascia is a very in word. If you guys have taken my class before, you know what fascia is. Fascia is like saran wrap in the body. It covers everything, like literally everything. And this fascia gets gooey and stuck, and it doesn't let the muscles move. So what we're doing with this is we're breaking up that gooey, sticky fascia, and we're letting things move. And it's important to have movement in your feet, right? Right. All right, so start from the heel, go up to the big toe, and then back down. Pointer, back down. Middle, back down. Ring, back down. Baby, back down. Baby again. Everybody gets their time. Ring, middle, pointer, big toe. Good. So you may noticed, oh, there was a spot I really wanted to work on. Now's your time. Find that spot. So you can just stand on the ball. You can stand on the ball, do little circles. You could stand on the ball and turn the foot. There's lots of things there's lots of ways to use this really simple ball. But you may notice that there's some spots that just need some love. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to try to grab that ball. So these are Rogers balls, and they're relatively hard. usually in here have been worn a lot, so they're softer. So I usually can pick up the ball, but I can't with Roger's ball. Sorry. All right, so now you're gonna put the big toe, you're gonna put the ball under your big toe. So the big toe should be aimed kind of at the ceiling. And then the other 4 toes, so if here's my foot, the ball is here, the other 4 toes are separate as much as you can get them. So when I used to take this class, for those of you who have been here a long time, there was a woman named Melissa who used to teach Pilates online. Do you remember Melissa? Yes. Okay, so Melissa was the one who I used to take class from. And the ball jokes were never ending. It was like an hour of ball jokes, but it made it fun and exciting. Okay, beautiful. So go ahead and put your ball away. I don't know if I need it again, so I'll just... So now we're going to strengthen.
Judy.
Feel free to sit down, feel free to stand up, whatever. Oh yeah, take a seat somewhere.
There's a seat over here.
There's a chair over there. We take in a lot of information from our feet of the world. Okay, so we are going to start strengthening our feet a little bit. So what you're going to do is you're going to lift just your big toes. God, I could do this yesterday, and I can't do it today.
I can do the right one, but not the left one.
So what this is telling me, there's not a lot of communication from my left toe to my brain, because my right toe can go up and down all day long. My left, look at that, beautiful. My left toe is not wanting to move today. Right? Okay, so that's something I need to work on. I need to start connecting these pathways. Right? If you don't use it, you lose it. Right? So I need to start thinking about lifting my left toe often. So now we're going to keep the big toe down, but we're going to lift all 4 of the other toes. So this one's easier for me. I don't know why. Just my brain. Right? So, right, big toes down, the other 4 are up. Good. I know it's, why? This is stupid. Why are we doing this? Because we're connecting our feet to our brains, right? We're getting these pathways, these neural pathways. We are, plasticity. Did you guys ever heard that word when it comes to the brain? So up until like 20 years ago, they were like, oh, like once your brain cells start dying, there is nothing you can do about it. Not true. You can build more brain cells. Doing things like this that seem weird help you build more brain cells, right? Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of a strengthening thing. So for those of you who can see me, I'll kind of try to move around. My feet especially. So here is my foot. There is my toe lifting up. Did you guys see what my arch just did? So this is like a bicep curl for my arches. Watch my arch. Boop. Boop.
What happens if you have totally...
Well, this is what we're working on. So you are strengthening your feet by lifting those toes. You're strengthening your arches.
80 years ago.
Right? So you are probably given arch supports, which don't do anything except it's like a Band-Aid. You're not, it makes it lazy and it actually makes it worse. What you have to, makes you comfortable, but it makes it worse. So we need to start strengthening our feet. So something as simple as lifting all of your toes up, your arches go whip, and then they go back down, and then they go whip, right? So we are strengthening our arches just by lifting the toes. This should become second nature when you're standing around and you don't have shoes on. So a lot of us, I don't know who said that, I pointed in that direction, wear shoes all the time. And it is not good for your brain. It is, I know, well, I'm not so, yeah. I mean, I don't even look at them anymore. Where's your husband? because they're just like doing hangs for 45 minutes in the gym. I mean, I got up to 30 seconds and I And this, I don't know if you want to take this to somebody, but this is unusable because the spring doesn't work. So, I'm gonna yell. Hopefully they can hear me.
You're already yelling.
So you're gonna sit to stand. If you need to use your hands a little bit, that's totally fine. Some of you have arm rests. I almost said arms, you all have arms. If you don't have an arm rest, you can kind of push off the chair a little bit. Beautiful. So welcome to the world of squatting. Squatting is so important. You use a lot of things when you squat. Yes, good call. So you want your feet parallel. You want the block in an area where it makes you stand in that parallel position. What? Oh, no.
Okay, I'm done.
She has it. Never mind. Here. Oh, look at you. We just needed an engineer. Okay, hopefully that one. Testing, testing. So what will happen for a lot of you is that, am I yelling now? It's because it's turned all the way up. Okay. So what will happen to a lot of you is your feet will start to do that. That. Don't let that happen. And it's going to make it so much harder because your body has been cheating this whole time, letting the feet turn out to help you stand up. Just do the best you can. You can stop if you've done 30, feel free to stop. So if you wanted to add a little more glute to this, you can squeeze your booty when you stand up. Squeeze the booty. Squeeze the booty. We only have a half an hour. There's so much I wanted to do. We are going to do, since you all have your blocks, take a seat, keep the block there. Pretend I have a block. I don't have a block. So, thank you. Just for example, what you're gonna do is you're gonna squeeze. And you're gonna, you don't need the block necessarily. It just doesn't feel super great to like squeeze your kneecaps together. This just gives you something. If you're at home and you wanna do this and you don't have a block, you can put like a pillow. You're squeezing and then you're relaxing. Then you're squeezing and then you're relaxing. Do you guys remember the ThighMaster from the 80s? This is a modified ThighMaster. So the hips work in lots of different directions. We don't use a lot of those directions, unfortunately, especially this direction. So if you have a ball and socket joint, and it is way stronger one way, you're gonna be kind of like this instead of here, right? So that means you want to work the hip in all of its directions. And this is a direction that most of us are weak unless you were a horseback rider, unless you did breaststroke. I don't know another exercise that you would be. So this is really good to squeeze to help hip stabilization. Okay? So 20, 30, however. What's nice about this exercise is you can squeeze as hard as you want, or you can let it be a little lighter. But squeeze. Good. When you're done, we are done with the block. So you can put it away, you can just leave it on the floor, whatever. Then we're going to start working the quadriceps a little bit. Great question. So, if you want a 2-for-1, you can do that. He's asking if you want to squeeze your glutes while you're doing it. So you absolutely can. That messes with my brain My brain just wants to focus on one thing. But if you can do that and it feels okay, absolutely. You're just getting an extra glute workout in there. Yeah. It's like when you do Kegels, sometimes people squeeze their glutes too. It just kind of depends. Okay, so right leg goes out. You are going to straighten and bend at the knee. If you have ankle weights and you want them, feel free to put them on. See where my toe is? The second toe is aimed straight up. We are gonna go here and we are gonna go here, but for this moment, you want that toe aimed straight up. So you're gonna do 10. You're gonna squeeze. I like to, Linda's already doing it. I like to put my hand on my leg to feel the muscle contract. Then I know that things are happening, right? I can actually feel the leg engage. So once you've done your 10, then you're gonna turn from the hip and turn your foot out. And then you're gonna bend and you're gonna straighten. This may feel very weird to some of you. So my hip is in external rotation, not my foot, not my knee, my hip. Boink. It's like first position in ballet. I'm externally rotated. And then from there, the only thing that is changing is my knee is bending. It feels weird at first because you're not used to being in this supreme external rotation. You may feel it more on the inner thigh. After you do your 10, you turn in like a duck. And then you, so it's not the knee, it's the hip. So if you are noticing it's not moving very much, we need to work on your hip mobility, okay? Which we do a lot of in this class. We do a lot of hip mobility stuff. So now with my foot turned in, I'm noticing it more in the outer part of the thigh. Yeah. So after you've done your 3 sets of 10 on this side, you switch legs. I'm hot. Is anybody else? No, it's just me under this light. Perfect. I can take off my sweatshirt. I also, this one doesn't do much. All the other ones do. I'll turn the class. So I get the air conditioning. It's totally. Then I turn out when I get to my 10.
Christina?
Yes.
Where I'm feeling it
Uh-huh.
in my back.
So engage your lower abdominals.
Is that,
So
I think you hit it.
what you are doing, you and everybody else in the world, what you're doing is your bleh. So what I want you to do, come up, engage. Because your back is saying, I can do this, I got it. And your back's like, this sucks, I don't want to do this anymore. So let your core do the work. Think about, I know, we'll do core in here too. Think about belly button to your back. Belly button to your back. If I was going to punch you in the tummy, how would you brace for that? Right? Yes. Right? Good. So once you've done your 3 sets of 10, we're going to move on. We're going to work the back of the leg. So we just did the quadriceps. Now we're going to do the hamstrings. I'm going to give you 2 different versions. The first version is for not leaving your chair. So what this looks like is you put your foot out, you push your heel into the ground, and you bring your heel back towards the chair, okay? So what am I doing? Kind of like this one, I get to put as much tension as I want. So I'm really pushing into the floor, and then I'm dragging my heel back. So I'm engaging here. If that makes sense, if that doesn't make sense in your body and you don't feel it at all, stand up, come behind your chair, heel to your butt. So pretend you have an egg in your knee pit. That's a very technical term, knee pit. And you are going to crack that egg. Crack, crack, What that does is that signals to the brain, I'm going to engage this more. So 3 sets of 10 on one side, then you're going to switch and do 3 sets of 10 on the other side. You can do a set of 10 and then a set of 10 and then a set of 10 and then a set of 10, or you can just do 30 on one side and then do 30 on the other. This is hamstrings. Do you feel it there? Okay. You are sitting on it, Mary, so there is that kind of funky, like I'm sitting on the muscle that I'm working. Yeah, beautiful. So your guys' hamstring machine in your gym does it the seated version. It's weird to work a muscle that you're sitting on. So if that machine doesn't make sense to you, don't worry about it. It's just because it's a weird machine. Usually when you do hamstrings, you're on your tummy and you're doing it that way. But that machine has you sitting on it. So you guys all feel that? Beautiful. When you are done, come stand on the side of your chair. So we're kind of squishy today, so don't kick a friend. So you may have to like scoot a little forward, or you may have to like scoot a little back because you're gonna go out, okay? So we worked in, right, when we had our block there. Now we are working out. The big thing I want you all to do is look at your foot and make sure it doesn't turn out, because all of you are going to do that. And the reason is because your brain's like, let's get that leg really high. And your hip doesn't have the flexibility to do it, so then it goes, wee, wee. So even if you come, that was beautiful, Rika. Even if you come 2 feet out, that is what I want versus this. I don't want that hip externally rotating in the hip socket. I want it aimed forward. If it makes sense in your brain, think about leading with your heel. Sometimes that helps the brain, right? If it helps your brain, think about turning the foot in as you lift, okay? There's a couple different ways that makes sense. Right, and it's not important how high your leg gets. So this is not the exercise. Keeping my midline and lifting my leg is the exercise. Right, well, your ankle's not doing anything. It's all in alignment. It's almost like you're wearing a cast up to your up to your mid-thigh. Nothing below here is moving. You are pulling from your hip. We talk about hip stability, right? This one's probably much easier than the one where we went in for most of us. Not that we're walking around the world like this, but this is a more traditional movement than bringing it in. 3 sets of 10 on each side. I put my hand here. This is where I'm wanting to work. This helps that mind-body connection, touching it. This is my body, this is my hip, and now I am lifting. I can feel all these muscles contracting. I can see my leg lifting, and I see that my toe is not turning out. It's staying. It feels in your brain like you're turning in. You are not. It's very weird. So 3 sets of 10 on each side. So we did quads, we did hamstrings, we did our hips. Now we're going to do a little bit of stretchy. So grab your straps. So one of our straps went missing. Oh, you grabbed it. Good. If you don't have a strap, it's not a big deal. This can all be done without a strap. You're going to take a seat. So I'm going to sit sideways so you guys can see what my pelvis is doing. you're gonna scoot kind of to the frontish of your chair. You're gonna tilt your pelvis so you're kind of bleh. Now you're going to do the opposite. Bleh. Yes! So we are doing cat-cow seated right now. Now I want you to take the chest out of it. What? Feels very different, right? So you have these little sits bones, and you're rocking on the sits bones. And see how it kind of like, I kind of go back in the chair, and then I kind of go forward in the chair, and then I kind of go back in the chair, and then I kind of go forward in the chair. I want to be forward. So I'm sticking my booty up. Okay, feel that position? We're gonna stay there. You're gonna put the strap on your ball of the foot. Just one foot. If you don't have a strap, you are going to bring your toes up. So bring your foot on the floor. See how yeah. So you might have to scoot forward a little bit so your legs are not bent. So you want your legs straight. So I am sitting on the front. My booty is sticking out. My chest is open. And I am leaning my right leg. I am leaning over my right leg. So right leg, you can bend your left one if it feels better. Yeah. And I'm leaning. And I feel that everywhere. Right? What's going to want to happen, because you are asking your brain to get close to that toe, your back is going to round. Look how close I can get. Look how close. That's not what we're looking for. Open your chest. Now. Whoa. Totally different world, right? When your back is flat, when your shoulder blades are together. Beautiful. And you just breathe. And you just breathe. At some point, things will start to relax. Okay? If your hamstrings are tight, that feels really good on the low back, let me tell you. Right? So you don't want your hamstrings tight. You want them open. But if they're tight, they pull on your sits bones and tuck you. This is dramatic. I mean, people aren't really walking around like this. But even that affects everything here. So you're gonna take your strap and you're just gonna like, put it right there. You're gonna take your right leg and you're gonna go into figure 4. Where are your sits bones? Are you here? Forward. Stick that booty out. Open that chest. Shoulder blades together. This feels much different than that. Right? Yeah. I don't care what happens to this, as long as you feel something in that right glute. Beautiful. So, if you want to, you may put your right hand on your knee. You are not allowed to push, but that weight, I don't know, a pound, half a pound, gives it a little bit more. And breathe. If you start to roll onto the back of your pelvis, come forward. We don't like to be uncomfortable. This is uncomfortable. This is more comfortable. So the body will cheat. It'll get into the more comfortable position. Whew. This is very passive. I know it doesn't feel like it, but it is. It's really passive. You can do this while reading, while being on the computer, while, watching TV. You can put yourself in this position. A waiting room. Take a seat, put yourself in figure 4. You may not have to do it the whole time, but, spend 30 seconds, spend 45 seconds, spend a minute in this position. Now we're gonna take this right knee and we're gonna pull it to our left shoulder. This is not a spinal twist. I am just pulling this across. Yeah. Everybody just grabbed their right butts and went, oh. Because yes, that piriformis is being stretched. The piriformis makes you do that. So if you walk around and look at people's feet when they're standing and they stand like this, their piriformises are tight and it's pulling open their hip joints. This is not a good way to stand. It feels more stable, but it's not. All right, switch sides. So now you're going to do the other side. Put your strap on the ball of your foot. If you don't have a strap, don't worry. Tuck the tailbone, then go the other way so you're sitting on your sits bones and your butt is sticking out and your chest is open. Now you're going to slowly fold. And you're going to breathe. Holding your breath tells the body that there's danger, and it won't let go if there's danger. It's going to support you, even if that means you can't get as deep. You got to just breathe, relax into it. Depending on where you're tight is where you're going to feel this. You may feel it in your calf. You may feel it in your feet. You may feel it in your hamstring. You may feel it in your low back. You may feel it in your neck, right? About 10 more seconds. Just breathe. Good. Slowly come up. Don't change your pelvis position. What's going to happen immediately is you're going to do that tuck of the tail. You want to do the opposite. Now figure 4. Is one side different than the other? Oh yeah. So when we're tighter on one side of the body, it affects everything, right? It'll change your gait, right? Which affects your low back, which affects your neck, which may give you headaches. You know, I've seen weird things happen where somebody like massaged one part of their body and then another part of their body was like, oh, it just relaxed. It's because everything is connected, right? So if one of your hips is so much tighter than the other one, it's really going to affect how you move, and everything has to adapt to that because we're really good at adapting, right? But then you're like, my right ankle is stiff and it's affecting my right neck, right, or whatever. Like, it's very strange, but when you think about it, it's not strange because it all makes sense. Cross. So your left knee is going to your right shoulder. If you like this stretch, but you're like, I would just never do it, you can do this in bed. And what this looks like, so before you get up for the morning or before you as you're going to bed at night, figure 4. Cross body. Okay? 15 seconds, right? I mean, we all have lots of excuses, right? But 15 seconds, and it will change your hips dramatically. Okay? And of course I saved room for more balance. So go ahead and stand on up. So we don't need a ton of space. We're not kicking each other, but this is a balance, so I want you to feel really, really safe. Okay? So we're going to work our vestibular system a little bit more, which is going to challenge us even more. Put your egos outside, okay? Because balance is an ego shatterer, and I don't want you going to the most intense position and then falling over. So this is what we are going to do. Everybody, don't lift your feet up yet. So this is starting position. If you feel safe here, look right and then look left. If that feels super duper easy, then lift the leg and look right and look left, okay? You have your chair here. I would recommend for those of you, it's kind of hard when the chair's out in front because now you're kind of like having to grab the chair. So I would recommend putting the chair on your side. Okay? That way you have a really good grip the opposite side. Okay? So you're gonna lift your right leg and you're gonna put your tippy toe on the ground. You are going to fully let go of that chair. That does not mean that you can't hover an inch above it. Okay? But if you are already, we're not moving on, we're just staying right here. If this feels okay, we're gonna add our vestibular work and we're gonna look to the right. Whoa. And then we're gonna look forward and then we're gonna look to the left. How much harder is this? It's insane, right? Woo. So try not to look at a person because they're probably wobbling. And looking at a wobbling person just makes you wobble even more. If this feels good and you're like, I can do it, lift the leg, then turn right, then turn left. And I've said this before, there is no winning at balance. You don't get a gold medal for balance, right? Just do where you are at now. So I'm gonna have you put your foot back down. You're gonna lift your hand. There. Now turn left to right. So this, not balance, because you're very stable. The whole point of this is to be unstable, right? So I would rather have you here and not touching and working here. I'm not even turning my head. Because this is where the work is. This is where the work is being done. There's connection here. Your feet are talking to your brain. You are wobbling to the left, let's readjust to the right. That's where the vestibular system is so important. It can tell when you're starting to lean so you can adjust, right? So we are working, like we're doing bicep curls for our vestibular system right now. We are turning our head to the right. Now all of this stuff is having to adjust. Now we turn our head to the left. Now all of this stuff is having to adjust, right? So this is so good, but you have to actually wobble. If you're here, you're just lifting your leg, right? You want to create that wobble. Yes, and the standing leg gets tired. Let's switch sides. Thank you. Sometimes I get on a tangent and I forget to switch sides. So start with, and every side is gonna feel very different. So stand with your tippy toe on the floor first. If this feels safe, then look left, then look right. Right? If that feels okay, then you can lift the leg. Right? This is all a progression. You go to the gym and they have those foamy pads that make you wobble. That's a balance progression. Right? These are all just progressions to make balance harder because you don't do bicep curls with 3 pounds for the rest of your life. As soon as you get stronger, you maybe move to 5 pounds. Maybe you move to 8 pounds, right? So you have to constantly put these systems under pressure to make them accelerate. So we are working your vestibular system by changing where we're looking and standing on one leg. Wow, right? And one leg maybe like, oh my God, I could stand on my left leg for forever, but my right leg is garbage, right? And that's when we walk and, you know, maybe we stand on an acorn on our right foot and our right leg is garbage and we're not able to catch ourselves, right? Or whatever. So working both sides. Be comfortable being uncomfortable, because we're going to be very uncomfortable in this class, right? And then this transfers to out there, right? All the work we do in here transfers out there. You guys are done. Nice work. So Thursday we will be doing upper body. We always, Wednesday, thank you. Wednesday, I'm still in that mode. Wednesday at 11 o'clock, we will be doing upper body. We do balance in every single class. Perfect, thank you. We also will, I remember when I was doing core last year, We really liked core, so I'm going to start doing a lot more core stuff too. So every day will be very different, but I do like to work one body part each time just because there's so much to cover. If you borrowed a ball, perfect, thank you. Bring it back to your neighbor or bring it back up here. No, she goes, show. My brain just totally went, So I have a friend who has a shoob as a son, and my brain got stuck. Yeah, I'm like, shoob. Shoba is coming.
Her name is
Alka. And how long are you here? Oh, that's not a long time. Have you been here a while?
a week.
Oh, okay. Where do you live?
Chicago.
Oh. Is it really cold and snow? Yeah.